Hi everyone, this is Rachel for Cybersports Network. I'm here with the community caster, side caster, we're not quite sure what to call him, but his name is Axeltoss, and he's been bringing to you all the games that the main casters on the main stage have not been able to broadcast here at MLG Columbus. What has this experience been like for you?
It's been awesome. There have been a lot of fantastic games. Obviously my voice is a little bit raspy because we've been working all night, but yeah, there's about 6 or 7 of us back there, just pretty much bringing as much coverage as possible to MLG. Obviously, like an ideal they have is they want to put as much coverage possible to the people who, the people at home who can't make it to the live event. You know, they want to make sure that they get as many games out there, and there are a lot of fantastic ones that we were able to get covered for everyone at home.
That's really great. How did you get chosen for this job? I know we just had you down in Austin, Texas. You were one of our casters for the Lone Star Clash, and that's probably why you're sick and raspy. So, but how did you end up here at MLG?
Well, it's a long process. Ultimately, it comes down to Tumba, so pretty big shout out to him. He was able to, put my name out there and convince the right people to bring me up here for this weekend, and I'm super happy to be here to cast. I love doing it. It's one of the best things in the world, honestly, and to have that opportunity is just incredible. So thanks to Tumba, to be honest.
Thank you, Tumba, for bringing us Axeltoss. What's the atmosphere like back there? I know you're showing me a funny picture before of everyone kind of watching the games over your shoulder, but do you have a lot of work? Are you in the same area as the main casters?
Yeah, basically the way it works is there's this mainstream area where there's the camera that's shown to the live audience, right? And then there's the analysis desk. Those two are like the mainstream, and then there's like this little setup. There's like 5 computers where there's the mainstream, which was a free stream, and then there's the 2 other streams, which are paid streams, right? And it's basically just 3 computers next to each other, and then we have 2 casters per computer, and we basically pick and choose. I mean, day 1 and 2 we stuck with the same co-casters. Day 3 we mixed it up a little bit, mixed and matched, casted with different people, which is always fun. And we got a large say on who we casted as well. So it's basically just, again, the coverage is the important thing. Get as many games in as possible to show the people at home, and we would basically just pick the best ones possible that we wanted to see. So obviously I was going to pick Sase and Naniwa, so I got to cast a lot of their games. And of course, you get to have a lot of fun just casting with everyone. Everyone's going to have their own talents, and it's nice to see how you can fuel each other and how the different caster pairings can match up. So.
Well, you said you got to pick your games, and you picked some Naniwa and Sase. Who else did you choose, and what was your favorite game to cast?
Oh man, favorite game question. Favorite game. There were a lot of spectacular games, and honestly, the 2 favorites of mine that I casted were PvPs. That's the one surprising thing, and the other surprising thing is they were both on like the stream 1, like the one that was the free stream. Obviously, that's probably gonna get more viewers, so maybe I was a little bit more excited or something. But it was Oz versus Grubby Day 1 pool play. So go watch that, please. It was an amazing series. And then today, Championship Sunday, it was Huck. It was Huck versus Naniwa. That was a fantastic series. It was all over Reddit. Everyone loved that series, loved to watch it, and it was awesome to cast it. So exciting. Came down to, I don't know if I want to spoil it, came down to 1 stalker that had literally like 7 shields and 3 HP. And I'm not going to tell you what happened next, but it was definitely one of the most fantastic series out of the tournament. And that being said, like the entire series was only about 15 minutes, so I call it my favorite series when maybe it wasn't that long, but it was just so entertaining and so fun to cast. It's just those unique games that don't usually happen. It fuels your excitement, gets you excited, gets the people excited, and that's why it's my favorite one, probably.
Well, I know you were working hard on your casting before you came here. I saw after Lone Star Clash you put up a Help Me Improve post. How did that go?
It went well. I got a lot of constructive feedback. What helps me the most is when I'm directed to specific VOD locations, so I can like watch it and like really see, which was kind of tricky because obviously I don't expect people to do that. So I haven't had a lot of time to go back and watch it, but it's something I really want to try to do, is go back and watch my casting, see where I can improve, see where I can do better. But yeah, I think it's important to get feedback from the community because ultimately that's your audience. That's who you're catering to. You're not catering to your co-caster. You're not catering to your parents. You're not catering to like your managers or your boss. You're catering to the community, and what they say goes. What they say is what matters. So I try really strongly to really reach out to the community, do as much as I can to improve, so that I can be better in their eyes and I can improve as a caster.
Well, that's a really great perspective to take. Do you have any advice for people who are kind of wanting to do what you did, which was, you had your YouTube channel, you put stuff out there, then you climbed up into, this MLG spot, and who knows what's next?
That is an interesting question. I actually get it a lot, and I have like a really long answer and a really short answer.
Give me the long one.
I'll give you a long one. Okay, I feel really strongly that you need to be good at the game to be able to cast as best as you can. So when I first started, I tried really hard just to get to masters, right? And obviously I play all 3 races, so I ladder quite a bit. I think it's really important to have that game knowledge. It'll make your casting better no matter what way you look at it. If you're getting into casting and you're bronze, maybe not the best idea as of right now. I'm not saying quit. Don't do that. Just, focus on that ladder. Focus on getting better, because your job as a caster is to communicate your knowledge about the game to your audience. So if you don't know much about the game, you're not going to be able to communicate that, and you won't be that good of a caster. Now, there are people who do that, but again, they're the people who receive a little bit of flack for that. So getting good at the game it's not going to hurt you. It'll only help you. So that's my one main piece of advice. But as far as getting started after doing that, coaching really helps a lot. If you can, like when I started, I gave free coaching for like a month. I just did that. You get used to teaching aspects of the game to people, and that's essentially what casting is. You're teaching your audience what's going on in the game, who maybe don't know exactly what's happening. That's your job as a caster, to get that message across. So coaching will help a lot, and then you got to start small. Honestly, when you do your first cast, get it on YouTube, and then people say, oh, YouTube, it's the bad way to go. But honestly, just to show your first few friends, like your family, your friends, just to get that initial amount of feedback after, of course, getting to Master Leagues, after coaching a lot of people, after getting really good game knowledge. Have people watch your cast, like friends and family. I wouldn't post it on Reddit just yet. I mean, that could be pretty dangerous. But based on their feedback, improve based on that. And then from there, you got to reach out to people. It's based on who you know in this industry. So again, Tumba got me here. He's the reason I'm here. It's because I know him. So it's really important to know people. So reach out to people, go to events, talk to people, get your name out there, be friendly, be talkative, have a lot of energy. And then on Team Liquid, PM tournament organizers. If you see, obviously don't PM like IPL. I mean, you can try, but they probably won't acknowledge you if you only have one YouTube video with like 10 views on it. Talk to these lower tournaments like the Go for SE2. That's how I got started. So huge shout out to Daniel Farside from ESL Go for SE2. That's where I basically started. Really low key tournament, but it got me experience. It was streaming live. Live casting is so important. I mean, sure, you can do all these casts on YouTube, but how do you ever expect to break into the live scene if you don't have any experience there? So try with the low view streams. And I hesitate to say low, but you got to start somewhere. So start there, and then it's basically who you know. You're getting better, and then eventually, if you're good enough, people are going to start noticing you. I mean, I'm not huge. I'm not trying to say like, oh, I'm noticed, I'm there. No, I'm still working on it too. You're like trying to get bigger and bigger gigs, and obviously, Lone Star last week, that was a good start. MLG this week, an even better progression of that. So yeah, just keep at it and don't give up and get good at the game, guys.
Well, for people who are interested in your progression and want to see how you did it and how you're going to continue to do it, where can they find you?
I have a Twitter at Axeltoss. That's probably the best way to contact me too. All my contact information is there. I read all my tweets and stuff. I reply to most of them. So yeah, just Twitter is the best. I do have a YouTube channel. Obviously, you want to try to get a YouTube channel going and try to get a fan base there. YouTube's like a big part of casting. You look at Husky, you look at HD. But right now it's extremely saturated, so it's a lot harder to do that. So you got to be patient with that. Like if you're only getting like one subscriber every week, like it might happen, but you got to have a presence on YouTube, at least a little bit of a presence. Even so, I'm sorry, I'm like going on a tangent here, but you have to have something to show people, right, for them to hire you as a caster. So YouTube is important. So youtube.com/AxeltossSC. I also have a stream. I do that sometimes. I cast some events on there. I do some ladder on there too. Commentary is tough in that regard, but that's a whole nother story, which is twitch.tv/Axeltoss.
Great. Thank you so much, Alex. Congratulations on a fantastic weekend here casting. And we're Axeltoss and Seltzer from Cyber Sports Network. Thanks for watching.